So, Mr. Speaker, it's my honor and my privilege to nominate Dr. Kenny Davis Anthony as Deputy Speaker.
March 19, 2024 stands as a day of adherence to Constitution and legislation as the government ushered in a new Deputy Speaker, filling a recently vacant role that is constitutionally mandated for the House of Parliament. The Deputy Speaker has the duty of Speaker of the House if need be, and this safeguard has been ignored by the previous administration for many years. Current Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip J. Pierre, announced that his government is and will be bound by the Constitution of St.Lucia, unlike the previous administration.
This House was run for nearly 6 years without a Deputy Speaker. And if you look at the Constitution, it says when it's convenient, the Deputy Speaker will be appointed. The former government never found it right to select a Deputy Speaker. But we said to the public of St. Lucia, we are going to have a Deputy Speaker and we're going to have a Deputy Speaker. That is our contract with the people of St. Lucia, to obey the Constitution, not to be convenient and move from one position to the other because of political expediency. We're going to have a Deputy Speaker in a while.
Before the Deputy Speaker was appointed, the Leader of the Opposition, Alan Chasney, raised concerns about the absence of this position, which had been a point of criticism during the previous government's tenure.
That while in opposition, the Labour Party complained that the Deputy Speaker should come from the government side, whereas the Constitution said it must come from the House. And that was a very simple thing to remedy. That's all they had to do, was make the change to say that the member, the deputy leader had to come from the government side. And everything would have been done. But no, you see, this is the typical thing of the Labour Party. They want their cake and they want to eat it as well. So the amendment that they went with was to say that we must have a deputy speaker immediately and that a deputy speaker could come from outside the House. And it's the outside of the House now that has caused them the problem. Because as I said, the framers of the Constitution clearly never envisioned the Deputy Speaker coming from outside the House. And if in fact you want to make that amendment, you have to seek the permission of the people to do so.
In addition, the opposition leader states that as of now, by law, a Deputy Speaker is mandatory, despite prior being a position that can be filled at the earliest convenience.
The issue in today's session is very simple. It's the Deputy Speaker. They have made it now that you must have a Deputy Speaker. The provision that used to exist before was that you, at your earliest convenience, and everybody used to get caught up with the word earliest, but the word really is convenience. Okay, so if it was not convenient for the House at the time to appoint a Deputy Speaker, it could proceed. They've changed that to saying immediately, right? So they've made it now that you must have a Deputy Speaker in the House. And right now, the way that we read the Constitution that we've shared with the Attorney General is that Section 30 would need to be amended. Section 30 is very important. Section 30 speaks to who's a member of the House. And currently, that section did not contemplate a Deputy Speaker from coming from outside the House.
Despite their differing viewpoints, both the opposition leader and Prime Minister are in favor of a Deputy Speaker, as the role acts as a safeguard for fulfilling the roles of the Speaker of the House when required. For Choice News Now, this is Obi Offa reporting.